Hey everyone, what's up? Open World Games here, and yes, recently Bioware held their live stream talking about upcoming changes coming to Anthem. We're going to be getting that March 12th patch. At least they're aiming for March 12th, but 300 plus changes are going to be coming to the game. Some really cool stuff here. Quality of life improvements, changes to our Javelins, content updates. I've got that for you guys. So let's just go over all of it right now. So let us begin. So something really important to know right out of the gates right now is this right here. Chad Robertson of Bioware says this update, we've identified several causes for the temporary power down crash some PS4 users experience. Fixes for the top issues are in the patch next week, which is again March 12th. If you encounter a game crash where your PS4 console won't respond, you can manually power down and restart it, no risk of damage. So there's that confirmation. And they were very adamant in this live stream. They have confirmed, by working with engineers and so on and so forth, that it is very safe to be playing Anthem on your PS4. So they have confirmed that. But there are a ton of crash fixes coming up here in the March 12th patch. So good news there. So let's keep going. So now, one of the complaints was that the Masterwork weapons, they just did not feel powerful enough. So they are going to be increasing the base damage of all Masterwork weapons to make them more powerful and useful, especially when you enter the higher tier difficulties like Grandmaster 2 and 3. So that is really worth noting here. Plus, there's a Reddit thread going on right now. It's basically going viral saying that the Defender is the most powerful, weapon you can use in Anthem. Level 1 Defender, by the way. So that's definitely an error. Fixes are coming for that one as well in the March 12th patch. Now also, from their live stream, they showed off that without being in a group, if you're in, solo experience, you can now hold Y at Fort Tarsus to start an expedition. That's also going to make it into the March 12th patch. And then, this is a really important one, highly requested feature here. They're removing the green and whites from the drops when it comes to Grandmaster 1 and beyond. So that is going to be something you guys can look forward to as well. So good news there. Looks like loot is going to be more valuable going forward. Now they did say this, that Grandmaster 2 and Grandmaster 3 to them did not feel rewarding enough to them. So they're going to be looking over this going forward and in the future making adjustments. However, those adjustments are not going to be making it into the March 12th patch, sadly, but just know that they are going to be improving the experience in Grandmaster 3 and 2. I should have said Grandmaster 2 and 3, but I got those reversed for some weird reason. Alright, so let's keep going here. So let's talk about the Colossus and the Ranger and a bunch of other stuff that's coming up here, including content drops and stuff like that. So, they did a new overheating adjustment for the Colossus, so when you hit the ground, you can move and recover a lot faster after overheating. So the Colossus can also now shield bash through destructible objects, so get to trying that. That should make the experience a lot more cinematic too, especially if that happens in battle as well. Now for heavy hit reactions, let's talk about that on the Colossus. So that has been adjusted. So recovering in every single way with the Colossus going forward after March 12th is going to be a lot faster. So, like pulling up your shield after getting a heavy hit, that's going to be a lot quicker so you can get back into the action and kind of protect yourself, a little bit more, considering that the Colossus, his shield is his shield. All right, so let's go over the wind wall and bulwark point. So the wind wall blocking the ultimate for the Ranger has also been fixed, and they adjusted the scaling of the wind wall and the bulwark point so they are actually worth using. This was a big complaint, especially on my live streams when I'm using the Ranger and the bulwark point. I found it completely pointless, so I'm super excited to try this one out. As you guys know, I like playing the Ranger and the Incerceptor currently. I have yet to really dive deep into the Colossus and the Storm, but excited to, get to all of this. Okay, so next up they say, so they know the Ranger isn't up to par with other Javelins right now, so new improvements will be coming on that front. They didn't say when, but they are going to be looking in depth with the Ranger, and they hear the complaints about that, and they really want to improve that as well. Now, get this. You can also now finally prime the Titans properly in Anthem, so sweet. Now, quick play in their mind wasn't going so well, And so what they did say here is they say, so you would backfill into the missions and join mid-mission. And that was not an acceptable thing to them. So they've addressed the biggest quick play issues going forward. Around 7 to 8 issues there have been addressed going forward. Now, this is huge for random. So if you're playing solo and you want to go in and play with randoms, you know the frustration with just being downed in a restricted spawn point and randoms don't help you out. You're pretty much screwed. So they noticed this frustration, so they have removed as many of the respawn restricted areas from the game and have added a timer. Now instead there's going to be a 30-second timer. So great news there. I rejoice with this one. So I'm absolutely thrilled. I think this is going to improve the game greatly for those of you that just want to jump in, do quick play, play with randoms, whatever. That's going to be awesome. Now, also mentioning being in the downed state, if you are downed when a Titan drops loot, you'll get that loot. So, no worries there. I know that is extremely frustrating when you're down and you finally defeat a Titan and you don't get the loot. Well, you no longer have to worry about that with the March 12th patch. Now, they did speak a little bit about longer-term goals outside of the March 12th patch as well. So, they did say they have a bunch of long-term goals and they want to improve the player experience greatly. So they plan to further fine-tune the respawns going forward. Now also they adjusted the messaging when in servers when playing in free play. You know, when you are constantly berated with the server shutdown warning message. That won't be appearing nearly as often. It's going to be more appearing when the servers are truly going to be shutting down. So you won't be bothered there anymore by that. So yeah. Biggest question is, when in the world are we going to be getting brand new content? You know, they were supposed to be showing off legendary missions and stuff like that in this live stream. I'm honestly still kind of bummed they didn't show that. So, they mentioned this, that there's going to be no new content drops during the March 12th patch. So, that's a bummer. However, they said new content will be coming at the end of March. And this includes things like they're looking at the vanity chests for the strongholds and the legendary missions and so on and so forth. They made it sound like they were aiming for the end of March, which I'm hoping this stuff doesn't get delayed into April. That would really, really suck, just to be blunt with you guys. So I'll keep you guys in the know about what's going on with that one. But yeah, I made a joke with one of my buddies. I was like, yeah, the March content, watch it come on, you know, March 30th. And, you know, we'll see. That would be truly a bummer, and I hope that they get past a lot of these fixes. So right now, it looks like to me they're going through the quality of life stuff with Anthem, and they got to get through that. The same thing happened with Star Wars Battlefront 2. It was a pain in the butt, but it looks like with Bioware, they're nailing this stuff down a lot faster than DICE did with Battlefront 2. Okay, so moving on, they said this. They felt like free play events like There Be Giants or Outlaw Outrage were not directed enough, so they felt like players were roaming aimlessly around the open world trying to find these events. So going forward, they are considering having events in certain areas of the map and being more directed. I totally agree with this. This would be really cool, and I would love to see the areas of the map, to be honest with you, change. Like the actual look. Maybe the landscape is scarred because the outlaws have caught everything on fire or something like that. That's something I think that they should definitely look into doing going forward. Same thing with Titans. Like, if there's been a big Titan around, you would think that the area would kind of be perhaps scarred because of previous battles or something like that. That'd be pretty neat. They also, fixed 7 or 8 issues in free play where the world event would not progress. So that was a big complaint from myself. I had that issue as well. So it's nice to note that they have adjusted that. So they said this. They still want to do Masterworks for support gear in the future. No solid date on this yet. And then, when will we see a stat page? So yes, they definitely want to do a stat page. I hear you guys on that one. No timing for that yet, but they definitely want to do it. So he says soonish in the live stream. So I'm expecting the word soon to become a meme like it did in the Battlefront 2 community, which would be a total bummer. Again, hopefully they get past these patches that are, you know, just the quality of life stuff and push past it so they can really, really hyper-focus on the new content going forward. All right, now you can now join random strongholds through the menu. So you can just pick a random stronghold and it will just randomly put you in a stronghold. So that's pretty neat. And the ultimate ability bar bug has been addressed. So when you go into free play and you see your ultimate full and it's not really full, well, you don't have to worry about that anymore after March 12th. And there's a bunch of sound fixes too. You guys constantly write into me and you're like, dude, the sound bug is not fixed. What in the world is going on? Good news. They have made a ton of sound fixes with that one. They said they really believe this time around they have nailed down a lot of the sound issues. So, excellent here. There overall, the patch sounds great and is going to greatly improve the game. Now, they say this, the health bar glitch is most likely fixed. So you guys know when you go into different difficulties, your health bar is reacting differently. So Ben Irving says he's 85% sure that it's fixed in this upcoming patch, but they are still working on patch notes. They're still trying to figure out what is in this patch. So it seems like the health bar glitch is going to be making it into the March 12th patch. If it doesn't, then what is going to be happening, I would assume it would be in another patch, you know, late March or super early in April. Also, there was a question, an interesting question that says, also, how does Melee and the Ultimate scale? So it was explained like this, with Grandmaster 2 Melee and Ultimate, damage was not good, especially for the Ranger. So same thing with the Interceptor, they noticed. They have improved that scaling going forward in the March 12th patch. So they will be more effective in higher difficulties. They have changed the power ratings for Masterworks, of course, to be higher too. So Masterworks are now 61, Legendaries are now roughly 65 or something like that. So that is what they have done there. They also confirmed that experience after max rank will be adjusted going forward. So progression after level 30 is currently being looked at by the team and will be improved in the future so that it actually does really matter. Right now it's all going to Alliance Coin and stuff like that. But they want it to be more rewarding playing after level 30 when it comes to experience. But yeah, there is the latest from the recent live stream BioWare held. I will be, by the way, live streaming the game, so look out for me. See the link in the description below. Join in, say hello. Would love to have you guys drop in and say hello. I always love seeing you guys in there and saying, hey, I just came from your YouTube video. How are you doing, man? So that's really cool to see. But thank you guys again so much for watching. Stay tuned here at 2 Overworld Games for more Anthem and open world gaming goodness. I will see you guys next time. Take care.